Okay, so with the rain today, it's completely changed my entire plan for today's video. So we're gonna do something that I've needed to do and I've wanted to do for a while, and that's freeze my green beans for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna show you all how I do this process for me. You all can tweak it how you want based on your needs, but this is an easy process to do. You can store your green beans for a good long time, and it does retain both the nutrition and the color of the green beans. So let's go inside and get started. Okay, so these are the green beans we're going to freeze. These are Taiwanese long beans that I harvested, I think, 2 days ago. And it's time to get them in the freezer because we have 2 weeks until Thanksgiving and I don't want these going bad. So what you can do is you can come through and take the tips off of all of your green beans if you want. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just gonna cut these all in half just so I can fit them all in the pot during the cooking process of this process. Now, this process I'm gonna show you, you can use on any green bean. That's what I've done over the years that I've been growing green beans and freezing them. You can use them on the yellow wax beans, the regular like Kentucky long beans, these kind of long beans, the Chinese red long beans, all those kind of beans you can do this process with. Once you have your green beans cut to the size that you want them, next step to do is get them in the pot. And all you're gonna do is fill up the pot with some water, put some salt in there. I don't measure, I just throw salt in and start boiling them. Now, I don't normally wash the green beans before I put them in the pot of boiling water because one, they're on a trellis, they're hanging, they're not touching the ground. And two, the hot water is going to sanitize and clean the green beans better than if you were to wash them under, a faucet. So that's the one step I don't do. I don't pre-wash them. I just let the boiling hot water clean the green beans. So right now I have the water boiling. Once it's boiling, you're going to add your green beans to the boiling water. And you want to cook them for 2 to 4 minutes. Now, I never go 4 minutes. That's me. I go 2 minutes. If you go for a super long time, you're going to lose the color of the green beans, which isn't technically a big deal. But again, you don't want them to look, dull and gross. You want them to look fresh. So 2 minutes in the boiling hot water, take them out, and you're going to put them into an ice bath immediately. And that is going to stop the cooking of the green bean. That also helps retain the color of your bean and the nutrition that's in the green bean. As long as you don't cook them for a long period of time, you're not losing the nutrition in the green bean. And the green bean is going to stay crisp. So for me, now everyone can do this however you all see fit, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. I do 2 minutes. Boiling hot water, immediately take them out, put them into an ice bath. We're going to lay them out on a paper towel, dry them, and then we're going to go ahead and get them into a freezer bag and into the freezer. So those are the steps. This is a really simple process. Now, if you're growing green beans over the length of the year, you can also can your green beans and use those green beans during your holiday meals also. I have a video on canning green beans, which I'll put up right here. It's a little bit more labor intensive, but I love to can stuff. It's a lot of fun, and you could always use them down the road. Okay, the water is boiling. I'm gonna do these in 2 batches. So you wanna get them in, get them submerged, and then wait 2 minutes. Again, you can wait longer if you want. I just always do it at the 2-minute mark. So the reason I'm doing them in 2 batches is, one, I just want to make sure that there's plenty of room in the pot for the beans to go, and then I don't want to overwhelm the water bath. So I'm going to do it in 2 batches, get them all laid out, and go from there. So we're about 1.5 minutes left. You can see the color is still perfectly fine. It hasn't started to lose color or anything yet. So that's a good thing. And of course, if you all are seasoned chefs or cooks, you know that this process that we're about to do is called blanching. We're going to take the beans from the hot water and blanch them into the cold water, which will immediately, again, stop the cooking process, reserving the color and the nutrition of the bean. And we are ready to go. So I'm gonna let these sit for a couple minutes and we're gonna get the other batch of beans into the pot. Just like that. Now what I like to do here is just kind of lay them out. This doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. This isn't baking. Because I'm going to freeze them for such a short amount of time, I'm not going to make sure that they're perfectly dry or any of that. I'm just going to go ahead and get them in the freezer, preserve them, and then about 2 weeks from now, pull them out for Thanksgiving. Okay, so this is how I'm going to put them in the freezer. I'm going to lay them in just like this so they're not all clumped up together in a giant ball of green bean. I'm just going to lay them in flat like that right there. All right, everybody, and that's as easy as it is. Again, the reason you want to boil them is just to kill any kind of bacteria or anything that's on the green bean itself. And the reason, again, you put them in the cold ice bath is to stop the cooking, and then they're ready to freeze. And I mentioned canning the green beans. These are green beans I canned, I think, 3 years ago, actually. So we will be using these this year for Thanksgiving. So if you like to can more than you like to freeze, or you're just like me and you just enjoy the canning process, consider canning your green beans throughout the year for the holidays or for whenever you want to use them. But I wanted to show you, I do actually do canning. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. Again, if you all do it a different way, then by all means, continue doing it your way. I'm just showing you how I do it my way and the reasons why I do it the way that I do it. As always, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, if you learned anything, do me the 3 favors. Share, like, subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. Everyone take care. God bless. Enjoy today. Even though it's a rainy Sunday here, I still love it because the garden loves it. And the garden needs this kind of rain. I'll talk to you all again real soon. Bye. Well, it's still